South Africans, 80% of us say that we're Christian. So my focus is then, if that is the truth, then what are our faith communities doing about gender-based violence? Because therein lies the key. 60 women share their stories with me, and almost all of them, the first place you go to when you're being beaten and you have no way else to go is your church or your leader. And the church is ill-equipped to deal with gender-based violence because they haven't equipped themselves. So I was also 23 years old when I found myself in a room full of male pastors looking at me and saying, okay, Lauren, how do we change this? And I'm like, I'm 23, you're 60 years old. Why are you asking me? I'm a kid, I'm a child, like, you're supposed to tell me, you know? And so I think that one of the insights that I've gained is that, again, it's because of where I'm placed. My insight is very much that we have to actually start targeting our faith communities, and that would involve all our faith communities, and say that they need to get equipped, that they need to be careful how they preach forgiveness, because oftentimes we'll hear, you just got to forgive, and that means that I've got to forgive the person that's beating me. And when I don't, they turn around and say, well, you're not being a good Christian because you just need to forgive. So we've got to think about how we talk about forgiveness. We've got to think about empowering the female voice. We've got to talk about the fact that your body does not belong to your husband, which is what a lot of faith communities preach, that I have power over my own body and I can say no, even in marriage. And that was something sad that I discovered among 60 women that I worked with, was a lot of them were raped in their marriages. And that's not a narrative that we talk about. Especially in faith communities, it's very much like, oh, marriage is the be-all and end-all, and our home is so beautiful, but it's not. And so I think that we need to also create spaces, safe spaces, where women can come together and share their stories. And I think that one of the things that the 5th of September this year taught me, with the big protest that was happening and engaging in stories, is that men need to start to listen more to the stories of women, especially survivors.